So after the thought-provoking subject of mind mapping, my subject will be dealing with little bit of statistics. However, I will try to make it simpler. My name is Vibhuti Das. I worked for ACL Technologies till 6 years back. Thereafter, I have started doing my own process consulting activities for the multiple organizations. I have done the process consulting for the organizations in India as well as in abroad, including a couple of Japanese organizations, and particularly in Toshiba and in NEC. Like while I was doing the Toshiba, it was done under when I was working for ACL Technologies. That time our CEO and that time CEO and chairman Mr. Shivnatha told me that I am proud that you are doing the quality consulting in Japan. So, which itself is a great thing. However, so that was past. Then around 6 years back, I left HCL and doing my own as a freelance. So today's subject, this is the. I'll take a cue from my earlier presentation that why PM fails, because the most of the cases PMs are not clear of their objective. But my subject deals with where objectives are clear, still why PM fails. Like so, we found that lot of cases that quality target, whatever is given, that is not being made. Why it is so? Everybody knows that quality can be achieved provided the sufficient time is given, but time itself is a very costly resource. It cannot be given unlimited time. So what happens in software development, where LLD, low level design, is one part of the total development process, some people try to eliminate it and think that if we eliminate the LLD process, probably we'll be able to meet the productivity target as well as the quality target. So let's see what happens. I'll show you by some statistics. I'll use some graphics also, what is available here. I will try to explain also, because some of the graphics may not be understandable to you. But it will be simpler. Do you have a pointer? So these are some of the abbreviations. Now just let me ask, probably I understand, everybody understands what is low level design.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. So I presume that thing, so it will be easy for me to explain. However, to make it a little bit understanding common, that what is LLD? LLD, basically we all understand that it is a component level process design, where it is an iterative process of designing the components, where the logic is also designed. So where is the tricks? Some of the LLDs I have seen that where logic is not designed, it is designed slightly upper level. But since it is an iterative process and then the logic is designed, it takes a lot of time. That is agreed. So let's now see what is the result. Now, what happens, because it takes a lot of time, some people feel that anyhow, when the coders are doing the coding, they will be building the logic themselves. So intermediate document, which is called LLD, may not be required, and it is a redundant. And some people feel that low level design is useful for a large team where coding is done by a separate set of people than the design people, and also it is not useful for the small team. And also it is a belief that low level design doesn't impact the software quality, and LLD process takes a lot of effort in documenting, reviewing, reworking, so it impacts the productivity negatively. So now this is the problem of an organization that it's a mid-sized software organization in India. They found that their objective was clear that 90% of the project has to achieve the defect density of 25.4 defects per kilolines of code. So this is the objective. That means it has to be lesser than 25.4 defects per kilolines of code. Now, whatever is actual result is 50%. So that is the problem, that 90% has to achieve in an organization, but only 50% project could achieve. So the task was given to a group of people to analyze why it is so. So here some of the other figures are given. You may forget about it. Still that UCL was 46.16. Though mean of the project's metrics was achieving 22.6. However, UCL was 46.16. That means some of the project defect was very high. And standard deviation of 7.86. And standard deviation 7.86 means that process is unstable, that probability of achieving the target is also low. So when the task force was given, they basically did some analysis. It is called a sensitivity analysis. It gives that which is the sub process of the total development process is contributing maximum. It is given that FT execution where it is contributing the defects at 37. That means 37.7% defects were caught in the FT, which is natural. That is very good. But so this cannot be the reason. So further, analysis was done that the sort of defect analysis it was done, that defect injection analysis, which means that from which phase defects are introduced into the product. It was found that 62% of the FT defects were injected from CD. So FT defects were there taken, all defects were analyzed and found 62 defects were injected in CD. 19% defects were injected from requirement and 18.88% defects were injected from design phase. So still it was not very clear which is giving more defects, which is the main cause. So then further causal analysis was done and defect types. It was found that most of the causes are functional and feature related defects, and then the interface related defects. Third is logic and processing. Here is a click. Like if the interface gives the problem, where interface is designed in the software process? Generally where? Low level design, correct. Interface is described in high level design, but it is designed in the low level design. And logic and processing, this is also, logic is defined also in the low level design. So naturally if you eliminate the LLD, then what will happen? A coder has to do all the things. So then in this organization, low-level design was not a mandatory process, it was an optional process. That means some of the process was carrying out HLD only, some of the projects were carrying out HLD as well as the LLD. So the data stratification was done based on the projects where LLD is not done and where done. So this is a box plot. Box plot where, so this is indicating the process of where LLD not done, this is indicating LLD done. So for some of you who doesn't understand clearly about box plot indicates the complete state of the process. This midline is the median. That means 50 percentile projects belongs here, 75 is here, 25 is below, and the last two tails, it indicates 0 to 100% here. And interpretation of this thing is that more the spread of these tails, basically process is more unstable. So reliability of the process is low. That means assuring that whether you will be achieving the target or not is also low. Vis-a-vis, where LLD is done, this is the box plot, where spread is low, median is also low, and in case of defect density, if it is lower defect density, means it is better for the total project. So that means the projects where LLD is done, there the defect density is lower. So far so good. That means where LLD is done, the defect density is better. So everybody then started feeling that way. But what happens to the productivity? Because LLD takes definite time and it adds to the effort to the people. So whether it is beneficial for productivity also or not, means the marginal benefit of introducing that much effort, is it giving that much gain in quality or not? So then another analysis was done. This is related to productivity. Here productivity, this scale, it is a hours per kilolines of code. That means how many hours you are taking to define, to develop a kilolines of code, that is 1 kilolines of code. So here that means it is lower, the better. Since it is hours per kilolines of code, lower the better. Now this is the productivity of the set of projects where LLD is not done. Median is here, and where LLD is done, then median is here. So it is better or worse? This is better. It is lower, so it is better. And if you see the spread is also lower here compared to here. So that means by doing the introducing the LLD, I am not losing any, actually in the total project cycle, I am not losing the effort. I am gaining the effort and I am gaining in terms of defect also, that is the quality also. So why not to introduce these things in all projects? So hereafter, what happened in this organization, LLD was made mandatory. All the projects were supposed to follow the LLD, and then also it was given the task that they should monitor what happens and publish the result after deployment. So earlier this phase was basically, it is a sort of a validation or initial analysis. Thereafter the deployment was started, and then what happens? In deployment stage, when it is happened, so this is called certainty simulation. This is a Monte Carlo simulation where it is tested that what is the certainty of achieving the targeted quality. So here this graph indicates that here what is the red portion, that is the uncertainty, blue portion indicates the certainty. So uncertainty is very low, and here it indicates by figure also certainty is 98.84%. That means where LLD is being done, the certainty of achieving is very high. So that gives the certainty. Then we box plotted after the deployment. So this is the overall where LLD was not done. This is during the validation stage, and this is the deployment stage. It further improved, and here the spread also reduced. So it indicates that it improved further from the validation. So some person might ask, why it is so? Here actually no process improvement. Here only where this is also LLD done, this is also LLD done. Why it is so? So that answer I will be coming to next slides. Maybe next slide. So the deployment stage, quality further improved. Process also becomes more stable. Spread was low. In terms of the product, here basically when DD was done, that it is the IMR chart in any process. IMR chart is done to check the stability and the process spread. Here during it is the stage then where the validation was done initially. Then in the deployment stage, this is the stage which indicates that the spread here UCL and LCL is also further reduced here. So that is good. In terms of productivity, this is also the validation stage. This is the deployment stage. Here also productivity further improved. So here speed also reduced little bit compared to the validation stage. Here also no process improvement done, but process improved automatically. Is it so? So here you will get the answer. Like mean productivity during the validation stage was 230 hours per kilo lines of code. That is the mean productivity. In post deployment it becomes 205. Now here is the answer. Average size in the validation stage was 8 kilo lines of code. And incidentally it happened when deployment was happening, then more bigger size of projects came and average size becomes 30 kilo lines of code. That was the answer. Means that bigger the size, bigger the benefit. However, for smaller size projects also, introduction of LLD is also still beneficial. And total US dollar saved is $905,000 during the validation stage, which lasted for approximately 6 months. So what is learning? LLD phase in development and enhancement projects improves overall quality of the product. LLD phase improves the productivity, and phenomena is true for small development and large development. And last of all, the larger the project, bigger the benefits. Thank you. Any questions?
I have a quick question. You have shown all the analysis based on using flow lines of code as the size. Do we have similar analysis where the size is either function point or when we use object-oriented methodology?
Object points.
Object points.
Hmm.
So is there any study available where it could be also ascertained that low-level design is useful or equally useful in these kind of scenarios?
Okay.
Because in flow lines of code, it's a monolithic code, it's sequential. In object-oriented, it's not sequential, it is object-oriented. Each object is independent in itself, code is isolated, things like that. So there are other advantages, the methodology is different. So how these analysis could be done or how it has been done, then what are the results? Things
So,
like that.
basically you are asking that here unit you are taking kilo lines of code. Sometimes kilo lines of code doesn't represent the size of the project.
Right.
You are trying to say that thing.
Yes.
So here we have not done that type of analysis by calculating the size in function point or some object point. But if you see here in this is that data from same organization where same technology is used, and this data was taken from same stratification. It is taken for the set of projects where Java is being used. So, and most of the cases wherever Java is there, then you imagine that it is an object-oriented design. So that is only the assumptions. But keeping that thing, we can give that thing, okay, the answer, if you treat that way, that object point also count, and probably the answer will be the same, the result will be the same. And second thing, the SPR has, Software Productivity Research Council has published a result also that they have done based on a very large number of projects, the conversion rate of in Java projects in FP vis-a-vis lines of code. They find it in Java, it is more or less, it is reasonable and it is reliable. They have given that figure also. So, though we have not done that way, but if we convert our LOC into a lines of, into the FP using that chart published by the SPR, probably result will be the same, because that is the only unit conversion in that case. But the nature of the benefits will be same. Any other question?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah.
What would factor in schedule? What would the impact of schedule in this?
Schedule is a thing, most of the cases project manager do not have any, they have any option. Probably whatever customer dictates, that is to be given. So here though we have not analyzed the schedule, but most of the cases we find whatever customer dictates, the people are able to give in that time frame. Only thing that probably some places they have to add more shadows, but adding more shadows means it will be counted into the productivity factor. So schedule we have not analyzed because it is customer dictated and most of the cases it meets the schedule also.
Yeah, because if you had, as you indicated, not unlimited resources, but unlimited time, then this is a no-brainer. LLD would definitely improve productivity.
Some of the common assumption is that anyhow when project manager negotiates, he sees that what is reasonable time frame that he generally negotiates. Yeah.
The other follow-up question is would this results be similar, say, in agile development methodology, or is this typically a waterfall situation?
Okay, in agile, frankly speaking, we have started doing that type of analysis, but the result is yet to be concluded. Because agile has some of the other limitations is that standardizing of size. There these story points. Story points vastly differs from one project to another project. That baselining or standardizing of the sizing, that is we are yet to do. We have started doing that thing, but I think it will take some more time to come to some conclusion in agile projects.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions?
So in this analysis, we showed that basically the quality was improved, but what was the impact on the efforts? Definitely, one thing is that schedule. We are still able to maintain the schedule because the customer commitment is there. But was the same results achieved with the same effort, or did it change in the effort?
It is rather effort was saved. Effort was saved. Here productivity improved. Same projects. Productivity improved means then whatever time they used to take without LLD, they have taken lesser time. See, here where HLD is done, LLD is not done, this is the mean and this is the median. Line is median. Mean was 376. And during the validation time it is 229. During the deployment stage it is 205. So lesser hours are taken for developing 1 kilo lines of code. So productivity is also improved. Why it is so? The reasonable answer is that coding is done by more people and design is done by lesser number of people. And if more people, that means all the coders started thinking about the logic, they will naturally taking all people, effort put into that will be taking more effort than the lesser number of people who thinks about the logic. So doing a good LLD saves time, substantial time from the coders. I have not shown here the coding productivity. That also improves substantially. Some cases it has improved by, I'll say, whatever used to take, they have gone to 40% saving they have done in the coding productivity itself. During the coding phase only. Because logic was done by some other set of people where effort was taken lesser.
Any more questions? Thank you, sir. Again, going the green way, I would like to call up.